Hey, how are you? The person with an ID 83420790261. Hi, how are you? Person who joined with the name of iPhone. Let's wait. The purpose of the meeting is that it's an open discussion. I will be briefing about how to score good in writing portion of the PT exam. So it was just an open discussion and open forum to know where you are making mistakes and if I could be able to correct it. Yes, just I'm waiting for people to arrive. Meanwhile, if you want, you can post a question here, so I will answer it. And sorry for the background noise. Obviously, I'm at home right now, so you must be hearing voices from my family. That will like be an also a practice because in the center there is a lot of noise going on. People in the background they are practicing, they are doing the questions, so you have to learn to ignore it. Well, the templates, the ones that I shared in the group, actually, it is that I didn't follow those templates religiously. Definitely, I made changes in it depending on the question that I got in exam and the situation also. So the templates are, as the name suggests, are basically templates. It's up to you how you use it. I keep sharing that template that because it is a tried and tested one. I know that many templates are being rejected and people are complaining that those are not working. That is because if you use that template word by word, like just copy paste it, definitely you will lose marks because definitely AI has some keywords like feeded in the system, right? So if the essay is about television, I got an essay about television, radio, and social media. So when I used the template, the blanks that I have left, I wrote complete phrase, a complete sentence about the topic. I didn't write the whole template as it is. No, there are many lines in the template that I skipped. So the template is just to give an idea. It's just a structure, just a framework. And why it is a complete? Because in case you forget something, in case you're not able to recall anything, in case you don't have much information about stuff, then to fill the word count, the template is very helpful. You might not be able to score good if you copy paste the complete template, but obviously if you want to meet the word requirement, then the templates are very helpful. But for me, the blanks, I filled it with the phrases and also the where there is written topic. I didn't write the topic as it is. It depended. And also one very interesting thing is if you get an essay where the question statement is of one line, then it's a problem. Why? Because they're giving you very less keywords to work with. My essay was of 3 lines, and I was very happy. That is not a bad news when you get a very lengthy essay statement. It is a good news because they are providing you so many words to work around. Like they gave me TV. So if and they gave me a word of radio, there was a word of TV, radio, social media, newspapers. So if I don't know anything about TV, I can write something about social media. I can write something about radio. So they are giving me hints. So when the essay is of just one line, then there is a different strategy to make use of that template. If you're getting an essay statement of 2 lines, then there is a different strategy. If it's a 3 line, then there is a different strategy. And also one more thing very important about using template is what my trick was. I wrote the template, not the whole template. I will show you one of my essays how I did it. My first strategy was that I should reach 200 word count at least. Whatever my writing, at least I am able to like complete the word count of 200. I wasn't very worried that it should be more than 200 words. No. When I realized that I've written 200 words, then my other concern is how much time is left. Because going through your work proofreading is very important. Don't worry, don't just care that, okay, you want to write 300 words. Excuse me. In a race to write 300 words, what if you are left with very less time and you are unable to read yourself? Then it's a big mistake, because if you are, even though you have written 300 words, if there is two spelling mistakes, you lost 2 marks. If there is, and if there is a spelling mistake, then it means it's a grammatical mistake too, because that means you used wrong grammar, you used wrong word. So two spelling mistakes, 2 marks of a grammar, you lost 4 marks just for writing two wrong words. It's my personal experience. And if you're writing two wrong words with spellings, then you're losing marks on vocabulary too. So like if making two mistakes, you're losing 6 marks. So that is a bad news. That doesn't sound good to your ears. So don't just worry that you have to write 300 words. I never wrote 300 words. Yes, because the people, like the white people, they are so good in their language that even if they write 200 words, they are able to meet the vocabulary requirements. But for us brown peoples, not peoples, but people, we know that we are unable to convey the complete message or write a very good vocabulary in 200 words. So I would recommend that, like my strategy was, I first try to write at least 200 words. When I wrote 200 words, then I realized, then I go and see how much time I'm left with. I always reserve 5 minutes for proofread. So if I wrote 200 words and I saw that I have still 8 minutes remaining, I have 3 more minutes to go. So I wrote more words to like add additional words, 200 plus something. I wrote one line extra regarding the topic. After filling the blanks also, if I'm left with time, I wrote one more extra line. Okay, I still have 7 minutes left. Then I wrote one more line. Now I see there are 5 minutes left. So I stopped typing anything. Irrespective of the fact, I knew that I have met the word count of 200. I will take your questions, don't worry. When I was done, I was happy with my word count. I started proofreading. Proofreading is very important. Kindly please reserve 5 minutes, minimum 5 minutes for your proofreading. So anybody wanted to ask something? Somebody wanted to ask something. Okay. That was what I wanted to say about essay. Okay, another thing is summarize written text. I got full marks. I always used to get full marks in the mock, and I also got full marks in the real exam also. And I'm so sorry, I keep sharing my score. Somebody gave me a very good idea that I should keep tagging it rather than sharing it again. I'm sorry, I know this is very irritating. I do myself get irritated when I have to empty my gallery, but it was just to give a proof that whatever I'm saying is tried and tested. I'm not just showing off my scores. I don't need to. I'm not shoving it in your down your throat or into your face. I'm so sorry. It's just to say that if I am saying something, there is a proof behind it. There is a so it people so it will be helpful and gives you some motivation. Like some person was saying that this is not working. I said, okay, it's fine. It's not working. You want to reject my essay, it's fine. But at least give up alternatives. So people, if you say this is not working, that is not working, that is something negative. So people get sad about it. Do provide a tested and template. Do provide, okay, this was used and this much was scored, so people will have an alternative. Okay, somebody wanted to ask something, maybe. I can't hear you. Someone wanted to say something.
Hey, Assalamu alaikum.
Aslam.
Can you please share me the templates which you have used in real-time exam?
Okay.
I have just joined this group, so I'm totally unaware about this.
Yeah, this is the very reason I keep sharing stuff again and again, because I know many people join mid conversation or mid discussion, so they find themselves lost. But and many people don't like the fact that I keep sharing things. I even share my scores and again, and people were not happy with it. I understand. I'm sharing the template in the group. Actually, there are two groups where I am in. right now, so I will share it in both the groups. I hope people don't mind about it.
Meanwhile, you can share it in the meeting chat as well.
I don't know how to do that.
Fine, fine, no worries. Thanks, I received it. So
Okay.
it is from your side, right? KM?
Yeah, it's KM. It's my actually my father's name because you know the kind of groups. So you have to first hide your identity. Nobody knew that I'm a
Exactly, exactly.
I am a female. They kept asking, they saying, bro, stop it. So it's okay, it's fine. Okay, so I have
Got
shared
it.
a template. Okay, let me tell you, teach you how I used my template. If you open my
Yeah, okay.
template, uh,
Yes.
this is more than 200 words, but I didn't copy paste it as it is. No, I didn't. It's just
Okay.
this template gives you that an idea that how does 300 words look like. This what 300 words look
Okay.
like. This is not filled, this is not 300. This is more than, I think it is about 240 or something. I will share the word file of it. The blanks will complete the 300 word count. It's just to give an idea how it looks actually. So how I used it, I didn't write the whole stuff. I wrote the first paragraph as it is. Now, if you look, I've written one of the most conspicuous trends in today's world is a close search in the number of people academic believing that doing something noun phrase. However, I do not entirely accept this, and I will explain why in this essay. Now, how did I use this paragraph? If you see in the red in the bracket, it's written the number of people or academia. This is to
Mhm.
this is to say that, for example, my essay was about TV, social media. So I will write that the number of either will write the number of people or the number of academia. Like if something was to do with science and research and technology, then you can use the word academics.
Academics.
Or
Yes.
if it's or even you can use people also because people also are the stakeholders of science and technology, aren't it? This is just to give you an option. Okay,
Yeah.
believing that doing something noun phrase. Now, doing something is like there was TV, radio, and social media for me. So I wrote that believing that watching television or is very helpful. Doing something is like for me it was newspaper or reading
Yeah. Yeah.
newspaper is very informative. So doing something gives me an idea to write a statement. I'm not using a keyword here. I used a phrase like doing something. So I get an idea from my statement, problem statement, essay statement that TV, social media. So I wrote, reading newspaper is very informative. That was the filling phrase for the words doing something, noun phrase, like it is very informative. So it's just to giving you an option that what you can fill there. And please write phrases, don't write keywords. Because keywords sounds doesn't sound good. It's like someone is talking to you in episodes. Keyword is not essay is not written in keywords. Essay is written in statements. Okay, in phrases rather. Okay, and so here I've written, however, do not entirely accept it. This is also an idea. Like if some topic was that social media is not good for health, so I can say yes. However, I do not entirely accept this. So we are okay with the first paragraph. Okay, one more very important thing. Please be careful about the commas. How after however I have written a comma. This is very important. Just missing a comma, you will lose grammar marks. And a very interesting
Mhm.
is thing is I have been practicing so long. I was using this essay and I totally forgot the spelling of the word entirely. Really, I forgot that. I went blank. So I knew that I am unable to recall the word entirely, the spelling. I know that I can recall the word entirely, but I forgot the spelling. So I replaced it with completely. You do not need to stick with it if you are getting something. Don't write anything wrong. Okay, now coming to the
Mhm.
second paragraph. I didn't copy paste the whole paragraph as it is. I wrote the first line. While there are a number of arguments in favor of my stance, the most preponderant is that the topic prompt. So here I wrote the topic. Now, very interesting thing. If you have an essay which is a one line, write the whole line as it is. Don't write the topic prompt. Why? Because it's giving you the keywords. Write the whole word line as it is, not as it is like do you agree or disagree, skip that thing, the first line of the statement. Okay, if there is a two line essay or the two line problem statement, how we should treat it, I'll let you know. Then can not only contribute to something, again in something you have to write a phrase like Television not only contribute to increasing your knowledge, but helps you with listening power or get connected to the world. So something is something that you have to write on your own. Are we clear till here? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I wrote something, but also lead to numerous other benefits in various fields. I wrote this essay till this point, till fields. I made a stop here, then I started from the last line. Other factors impacted by the topic are why I skipped the content in between, because right now my target is to reach 200 words within the given time. I don't want to waste my time in writing extra stuff. So that extra stuff in between is just additional helpful. If you are not able to write anything, you are not able to write your own phrases, then to meet those word counts, you can write this thing. But this will not give you marks. So after the writing various fields, full stop, I started from other. Other factors impacted by the topic are. So my strategy was, if there is one line essay, write in this blank, write something additional information. If it's a two-line essay, the first line you write, the where it is written the topic prompt in the second line, write first line there, and other factors impacted by the topic are, write the second line there. Break the essay. The like if your essay is of two lines, write the first line in the first hint where it is written topic prompt, and write the second line here where it is written other factors impacted by the topic, like at the end of the essay. So this way you are separating the lines also and not giving the artificial intelligence the hint that you are copying the essay as it is. Because I am a PhD and I know that when you go how plagiarism works is when you write the whole complete stuff together, so the system can read it. But if you break it and write it with some space, it is unable to dictate that you have copy pasted the words. And this is how you wrote the second paragraph. Now, coming to the third paragraph, I started from an additional pivotal aspect of the aforementioned proposition is that it is only likely to help one thrive and excel in varied areas. I wrote till here, then I started. Hence, it is apparent why many favor. Again, you write the first line of the topic as it is. Moreover, then you write the second line of the topic. If you don't have many lines in the topic, is just one line given by the computer or by the exam, then write another line on your own. Also important to be considered. This is the end of your third essay or paragraph. Now start your last paragraph. Considering the arguments concluded, outlined above, the one can conclude that the benefits of the topic. Here I wrote the whole topic as it is. No wonder if it's a two line, one line or two line. I wrote it as it is. Are indeed too great to ignore. After writing this thing, I realized I have written 200 words and our 8 minutes are still there. Now 200 is not enough for us because we people, if we people are not able to say a lot in few words because our vocabulary is not that rich. So if you have time, then write two additional lines relevant to the topic from your knowledge, uh, anywhere, like one in the second paragraph and one in the third paragraph. Like for my social media, after writing the whole essay, I realized I have still 8 minutes left and I had written 200 words. So I had 3 minutes to write two more lines. If I write two more lines, that is additional 20 or 30 words. So when I wrote two lines, I wrote about social media that nowadays children can make money or people can make money out of social media. That is also a positive point about it. So that was the first line that I wrote in the second paragraph. And again, I am still have 1 minute remaining. 5 minutes are reserved for proofreading. I still have 1 minute remaining. So in the third paragraph, I wrote one more line about there was there was like I can say that also children are playing games through social media and they are able to meet different people or they are able to interact with people from different countries. So this way they are adopting their culture or learning something new. So these are the two very additional lines that I wrote from my memory, not from the topic, not from the keywords, not from the template, all just to add the vocabulary count and to manage the time. Now I was left with 5 minutes. Very carefully look for spelling mistakes, look for commas, commas like hence it is approved, moreover, after moreover you have to write a comma, after however you have to put a comma. Also, Very importantly, I would suggest write your essay in the past tense, like viewed, created, played. Because again, we are not good in English, so we don't know how to juggle tenses or where to put present tense and where to put past tense. So try to write your essay in the past tense. Like social media was helped people to learn something new. This way, you wouldn't be making grammatical mistakes of tenses and active, passive, and stuff like that. So, any questions so far?
How accurate is APUNI AI scoring to real time exam? Do you have any idea?
It's very
How
accurate.
much?
Yes,
Okay.
I am a big follower of App Uni because I used to get the same score in App Uni which I got in the exam. Only a difference of 1 or 2 points. Because writing is just not essay. There are other parts also.
Okay. So basically, if I'm getting in reading 60 or 70, and similar with the remaining modules, so how much I can expect in the real exam?
Uh,
Like,
Sorry. I was talking about we're working on the writing. So for writing, I was saying that whatever you score in the app, uni will be scoring the same. For reading, it's bit tough in the real exam as compared to app uni. But still, I got the same score. I used to get 80, 81, 82 in the app uni, and I got 82 in the real exam. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But yeah, it's also depends on how much grammar good you are in the reading because I'm a PhD. For me, my reading is good. I've studied at Catholic schools and I have a reading habit since the class kindergarten. So for me, reading was good, fine. But still, from the 4 modules, I found reading the most hardest. Even the speaking is easy, listening is easy, reading is very tough because
Recording in progress.
because of the grammar.
okay, cool.
Cool. Any other question?
I have a question like in your real exam, how many essays will appear?
I
Two
had
or
one.
one?
People are reporting that they are getting 2 essays, but I got one. I was lucky enough to get one. Maybe for me, my exam was on 11th December. So 11th December was the first day where they introduced the 4 additional questions. So maybe they made the thing easier for people, or maybe it was my good luck.
Yeah, I last time I appeared in the exam, that time I found that two essays will there. That's why I'm asking the question. And another question is like in IELTS there are 3 different type of essays like agree, disagree, problem solution, this type of essays. So in PTE, do we can whatever the essays is, can we write in the same manner? Like we can use the problem solution or agree disagree type of essay.
Yes, I agree with you. You can use the same because in app Yuri there is a human who is reading your paper. He will get impressed how good you have written it. But in PT, it's an artificial intelligence. It is not intelligent even to figure it out how like good your essay is. They have clearly defined how your writing is marked or just vocabulary, grammar, spelling, content. So content is the number of marks. If you write less than 200 marks, you will get zero right away. I'm telling you, try it. They will not give you any more marks. They will stop checking. If you have written less than
Yeah,
200
yeah, yeah.
marks,
You're
they
right.
see again. So this is what it is in the IELTS exam. There are actually a human who is going through your essay, but in this PT, there is it's just an artificial intelligence. So first it will look, have you written 200 words? Okay, you got 2 marks. Then it will look, is there any grammatical mistake? No, you got 2 marks. Then it will go through like, is the vocabulary enough? Like you have provided the keywords, like they were talking about TV and social media. So you said newspaper gives you information. So if you do that, they give you 2 marks. So the breakdown is there. So I didn't care much. I just wrote, yeah, if they said, what do you think about this? So I said, my opinion is this. Or if they have written agree or disagree. If you see in the first paragraph, I have written, however, I do not agree. There you can write, however, I do have my own opinion, or however, I do agree, or however, I think there are some advantages. That's where you can use the keyword. But it's all about maintaining the time. There is so much you can say about it, there is so much you can write about it, but you have to manage your time without any mistakes.
I want to share one thing. Like in my real exam, last time I found two essays. I already mentioned. In both of the cases, I maintain the agree and disagree type of manner.
Uh-huh.
Try to follow it because I am good at it. So I try to follow it. Whatever the question is, maybe the question was about problem and solution.
Mm-hmm.
But is it a problem or it will hamper my mark?
You said you got it, so you in fact tell me what marks did you get when you wrote the same thing.
Uh, yeah, I got 65. So, but my desire was 79. So I have to appear it again. So that's it.
I'm so sorry. I cannot exactly. I'm not the right person to answer that question. Maybe because my time the essay was just one. Na? Anyone who has given it twice and have scored good can only tell, right? But I think it will not issue much because the content keeps changing. Na? The again, I said it depends on 2 marks for spelling, 2 marks for content, 2 marks for vocabulary. So definitely your vocabulary will be changed. But I will not suggest using different templates because it will be difficult for you to memorize those things. And believe me, whatever essay you memorize, when you start writing the actual stuff, then the template is not much help. As I told you, there is so much stuff written in the essay, but I didn't use everything. It's just to
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, it's just to help you meet the word
I,
count. If you cannot write it on your own, then you can write extra stuff. Template is helpful if you are not able to write on your own, then you can write the words. So at least complete the keywords. At least fulfill the first criteria of using the providing the relevant information.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
uh, मेरे templates में complete 100% आ रहा है यहाँ पे ना. I'm
So
getting 100% my templates at app uni. I have given different essays. So do you think I need to change that to use other keywords?
I would suggest that don't use the template. The one you have memorized, you're comfortable with, you're okay, go with it. But just provide enough material, extra material, and please don't use keywords, use phrases. Uh, do you think you will find comfortable if someone talks to you in keywords? Water, energy, solar. Does it sound good to your no, na? Right? At least, like if you were talking about water, write a line on water. Water is very healthy for your life. There's nothing difficult writing a phrase.
Okay.
I think
And
keyword is more difficult because you have to memorize at least 4 to 5 keywords.
I have talked to you earlier about that. I have scored maximum in app uni at writing, but in real exam I scored least. But when I came back to from the test, I have checked again my essays, my SST, and other things. I know I'm weak in reading, fill in the blanks.
Hmm.
But what was the reason you think that I should have?
If you could show me that breakdown where they give you the blue lines, that will clearly tell you where you were wrong.
Which kind of lines you're saying?
You don't know
And there's that.
when you write essay now, when you get your results, you go the detailed breakdown. There are some blue lines. Let me share it in the
Where,
group. You will get an idea.
Brew progress bar.
Yeah, progress bars. Those
One
progress. That
one
will
more
tell
doubt.
you. That will tell you where were wrong in the writing.
I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I'm very new to this exam
Uh-huh.
because I have appeared for IELTS and I achieved my desired score, but I'm looking for a better score in PT because I have to write the NATI test.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know much about PT. So what kind of advice you want to give me? Like I'm very new to this. I am just searching on this.
Advice. My friendly
Yeah.
advice is please practice and don't practice in quantity, practice in quality. You must know the thing you are practicing is right or wrong. Like the template, you are practicing, but are you practicing it? Are you approaching it in a better way? Secondly, until and unless you're happy with yourself, please don't book the exam.
yeah.
Please don't book the exam.
Yeah,
Until and unless you think you are happy with your scores, because it will give you more stress and it is waste of money. Don't think that, okay, I have to file EOI. EOI is not running anywhere. If you are not properly prepared, you give an exam, you will be again at the same position, the starting point, if you don't score good. So you will be again, and you have already wasted your money and time. So until and unless you think you are happy, then go for it. It takes just 1 hour to book a test, and there are a lot of slots available. That's my friend did.
Yes, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about this summarized written text? Do you have, like, can you please enlighten me about this?
Yeah, sure. I scored full marks in some. I used to score full in the mock also, and scored full in the exam also. It's very easy. When you get a
Yeah.
paragraph, look
Do
for
you
the
have any
line.
template for that?
Look for the line which is the longest but doesn't carry any commas in between. Like if there is a line, it's long, but it has so many commas in between, that looks very disturbing, because summarize written text, you have to write one statement. But if you put too many commas, you will realize this in the app uni practice also, it considers like more than one commas, it considers it as a full stop. So randomly find a line from one full stop to second full stop which is very long and which has less commas. Write that line as it is, okay? Then write a word and then again look for another line. Know where it is. It should be the longest without any commas or hyphens or semicolons and colons. Write that line as it is. Now look
So where?
how much word count it is. If it's 50 word count, I would not suggest to stop there, because again I'm saying the white people, they are so good in the language that very few words, using few vocabulary, they are able to convey their message, but we people are not. So for us to convey a message, we need to write many words. I would suggest go for 70 words. You have written 2 lines, you have realized it is just 50 words, that's not enough. Go for third line. Look again for any third line, which is good. You think there is a continuous line from one full stop to another full stop. It's a continuous line. There is no comma in between. Again, copy paste that line in your paragraph, but after where you have written the end, make sure it is like you write 2 lines and then there is an end, then you write a 3 line. Like write one line, there should be no comma in the between. Write one line, put a comma, write second line, put an end, and then write the third line. In the beginning, it should be a capital letter. At the end, in the full stop, there should not be any capital letter in the middle. Sometimes it has happened. You are working with abbreviations like NASA. I usually used to avoid writing NASA because though it's an abbreviation like NASA, or there is any other abbreviation, ISRO and stuff like that. The thing is, because I was not sure what if the computer considers it as the beginning of the sentence. So I used to avoid abbreviations.
Okay, but it's went all from my head. From my head, I didn't understand because I think I need to more research on this. I was just collecting some information regarding which type of modules are, like, which types of questions they are asking. So I have may note it down. I'm just working on it, and if it possible, if you could help me in this, it will be really helpful.
Because it went over your head because you're not practicing. Have you ever done a mock test before?
No, no, no. I have just taken a membership today only, almost 1 hour ago. So I'm
Uh-huh.
looking on it. I'm working on everything. Like, I have collected some data, like, for reading, how many types of questions are there in reading and everything. So
Uh-huh.
as I mentioned you earlier that I'm very new to it.
Uh-huh.
So it's getting a hectic for me.
No, 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 don't take it so easy. It's so easy. I've given IELTS 2 times before. I was scoring 7, and but in PTE it scored 8 each. So it's very easy. Once you get a
Yeah.
hang of it, the actual thing is to get a hang of it. So when you will do one mock, don't be scared. And one very interesting thing about these mock is, one day you will be scoring 70, another day you will be scoring 65. Don't get scared. You will be going 2 steps ahead and you will be going 1 step back, because every exam has different structure, different IQ
Mhm.
level. The next day you will get 68, the next day you will get 69, another day you will get 70, another day you will get 71. It's a slow progress, but if you're not in a hurry, I would say give your time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm planning to give it in February month next year. And I heard that there is some negative marking in as well in the PT exam. So can you specify which modules carry negative marking?
That is it, highlight incorrect word. and multiple
Mhm.
choice questions in reading and writing.
Multiple questions.
Yeah, multiple choice questions in reading and writing.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. These are the three modules, only three modules which carry negative marking, correct?
Yes, and I don't remember exactly if reorder has negative marking or not. I still don't remember. But these three things I'm sure of.
You can watch videos on YouTube. There is a lot of videos. They can specify you there which modules have negative marking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That'll
yeah,
be good for you.
Exactly. And even I
yes.
think the Ape Uni and the Pearson has the details on the websites also.
Yep.
Oh, I think I should go with the guidelines first.
Yeah, you should go with it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Especially the breakdown
Complete that.
on the subscription that you bought in App Uni. There is a
Mm-hmm.
material by the name of breakdown. Look at it because every module is intermingling. Like one module carries the marks for other module also.
Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
PTE, 6 modules gives you more marks rather than others. That is read aloud, repeat sentence, retell lecture, not write from dictation, fill in the blanks, reading and writing, and listening fill in the blanks. They will give you more the numbers than the others. 6 modules you may focus on.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, but
Thank you, brother.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you.
I agree with him, but again, I will say, please, like people say, focus on this and focus on that. Don't do that. I would suggest that go for everything because if you want 90 and you practice 80, 10% you will be making mistakes and 10% artificial intelligence might take you wrong. So you lost 20 marks. If you practice for 90, you will fall in 80. If you practice for 80, you will fall in 70. If you practice for 70. So why not go for every stuff? I worked hard, very hard for answer short questions. I paid very much attention to it. Every minute detail I did pay attention. When I'm paying such a high fee in dollar, why should I ignore this thing and give importance to that thing? That is also an integral part of the exam. If you want to go for high score, practice everything.
Okay. So these two modules are different. Just clear me. Reading and writing blanks drop down, and
Yes,
reading blanks.
yes, 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 yes,
There
yes.
are two types,
Yes,
two types of blanks in reading.
yes, it is because one is drop down and other is fill in the blanks.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
any other question we want to? Okay, we were talking about writing. So writing also has one more part that is known as write from dictation. My strategy was I used to write the initials. When the speaker is speaking, I used to write the initials of the each word. Like if they say my name is this. So I used to write M for my and for name and this T for this. Okay, so sometimes you are not sure if they said a plural word, like in if it was tutorial or tutorials. So to write both the words, like tutorial also and tutorials also. If you're not sure if they said children or children's, so write both children also and children's also. It doesn't matter. Like if you're not sure if they said verse or verses, so write verse also and verses also. Don't take a risk. And for write from dictation, it is very important that your spelling should be good. If your spelling is not good, you will lose a lot of marks from write. That is also a part of writing.
Okay. So have you shared the template for summarized spoken text also?
I use the same as retail lecture. I have shared by the name of retail lecture. I used the same because it is not easy to memorize the language, and it's so much stress that you do forget everything. So I never said that you should your summarized spoken text and your retail lecture should be different. I use the same because
Yeah.
the main thing is filling the blanks, and that depends on what was said, what
So
was asked in the
in
question.
those blanks we have to make a phrase, not only the keyword, right?
Yes, phrase. See, if you think you are good at keywords, write keywords. If you think you're good at phrase work, write phrases. But
Cool, super.
I went it for phrases.